episode of Hitome Digital Love, where we give you a new view on games. I am CK, your non-gamer turned gamer.
And I am Mousy, your non-average gamer. This week we're going to cover Golden Compass, which was pretty much released for everything, and as Tobin and Yuze would say, they'd even put it out on the Abacus if they could. So, without any further ado, me personally, I didn't want to play this game, and I still haven't played this game because all the people that I've seen the reviews for it bashed it. So I had no reason to play this. Why did you play it?
Well, because of those reviews. The two main complaints were the camera and the collecting of things. Well, I like collecting things, and the camera is going to be a complaint no matter what game you're playing, I think. So I was like, you know what? I'll give it a shot.
Took one for the team!
Yeah.
Because I've already had my fill of that.
So, okay, at first, I'll give you my initial thoughts. Alright, at first, it's like, I felt like it would be a good game for a new gamer. There's a lot of, just a little bit of everything. You've got your quick time events, there's like balancing, things like that. A lot of...
Hold that thought for a second. Balancing, so...
Where you've got to control, like, with the left stick, like, which way you got to...
So you're walking, almost like Tomb Raider and Banjo-Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts, where you had a...
Yeah. There's that, and with she's got a couple cool moves with her little
the little pet.
Yeah, because he'll turn into different types of creatures, and as a sloth, you can do like a little rope swing like Lara Croft does, which was kind of cool.
Just from that initial thing, it's starting to sound a little bit like Cameo, where she's able to transform. Yeah, where she's able to transform into different creatures.
Maybe. That's probably better than this. So.
Really? So even you didn't like this? Okay, so
yeah, like I said, those were my initial thoughts. It's like you've got, just a little bit of everything. You've got the little mini games, things like that. It felt like.
What are some of the mini games? Like, what do you have to do in this mini game?
Like just button pressing within time, like matching symbols. It's all like. I don't know how to explain it. You're like this one dot, and you're like avoiding. Other colored dots, or sometimes you're collecting them. It's just, it's all really, really basic kind of stuff.
That sounds like that's a fair enough explanation.
Yeah.
I think I understand.
And then you have like deception games too, where you have to like try to deceive people.
And how does that work?
Well, that's where the mini games come in.
Oh, okay. So the mini games are in lieu of the actual
Well, you get a pass or a success or whatever, and then that prevent.
So you don't actually get to pick and choose the dialogue like, say, in Monkey Island.
Right. No.
No, so it's a mini game that decides whether you've actually
Right.
That's kind of interesting, but it depends all on the mini games.
Yeah, exactly. They're not too bad. I mean, you're gonna fail a few of them.
Are they fun?
Yeah. I mean, as fun as they can be, I guess.
It's a mini game.
Yeah, exactly.
So what did you not like?
Well, yeah, after a while, the camera did kind of start to bother me a lot.
Really?
Yeah, but it's like, I understand why they did that. Like, I guess as, like, a family game, it's like they wanted to make it simplistic, as in they wanted to just be like, this is where you have to go, and they automatically, like, have the camera where you're supposed to go. So they're trying to, it's like they're trying to make it less confusing, but if you've played any other game where you have free range of the camera, then you're used to that and you want that.
So you're saying you don't get to control the camera?
No.
Ooh. Well, yeah, okay, I see now why you're saying that if you're new to games, too many buttons, too many controls.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should give you the option to still... Yeah, that's bad.
But here's my question. Like, didn't it happen in, like, Nintendo 64 era where, like, you didn't really have control of camera in some games, or maybe even older than that?
As far as I know, when the Nintendo 64 came out, it was like pretty much the first realm to jump into 3D, and that was the big selling point. Like, you were able to take control of the camera, and a lot of people were getting used to it. It wasn't as refined as when the PS2 added that second nub on the side of every other console afterwards, but the N64 had these little yellow camera buttons.
Granted, I haven't played a lot of older games, but it made me think of, like, one of those older type of games where you didn't really have control of your camera, and you had to control it by the way you moved around.
That's pretty bad.
So I was like, yeah, it's annoying compared to what we play now, but I see why they did it. I can if that's why they did it. I don't know. I'm making it up right now, but if that's why they did it, it makes sense to me.
Well, here's my thing, because I've seen you played it on and off. I haven't sat down and watched an actual session, and I've actually seen like the demo reel that the fine folks are watching at home. It looks interesting to me.
Yeah, I mean...
What did you like?
Well, okay, here's the one cool thing. In between different scenes of the game, they'll actually show you movie clips, like from the movie, which is kind of cool.
One step back then. Since we've been playing a lot of these movie 2 games, is it a side story? Does it follow the story? Or is it a retelling of the story?
Well, up until, like, the first 3/4 of the game, it's pretty much follows exactly along. Alright, but the last quarter of it, I went back and rewatched the movie to make sure, yeah, because I was like, I love the movie. That was probably one of the other reasons I was like, you know what, I'll give it a try. I loved the movie. You know, I saw it when it came out. And I was like, there were certain scenes that were different. Like, when you get, and then the last quarter of it, it was like, that's not how the movie went. So it's like, the game and the movie came out 3 days apart. So it's like, I don't know if they filmed it specifically for the game.
That happens nowadays.
Or if, maybe they, gave all the clips of the people making the game and said, here, there's 2 different endings, pick whichever.
Right.
Or...
No, you'd be surprised.
Or what it was. And see, that makes me wonder. See, there was a book, too.
Yes.
But I haven't read that, so I don't know which way the book went.
Oh, I get you, right. So
yeah, so it's
know.
like, I don't know which one's right. If the movie's right, or if the game's right, or if neither one of them are.
You're going to find that as you play more games, that a lot of these companies moving forward will now make the game side by side with the movie.
And they'll change up things to make it fit.
And they will add scenes that did not exist in the game, because while they're there, they will film it. So you're going to find nowadays they're going to try and blur the lines. A lot of these companies love to have movies that tie into books, that tie into games, that tie into everything.
Yeah, exactly.
And I kind of like it. A lot of people don't. I like it because I always feel that if I love the world and it's that in depth, that I can't get my hands enough on it, and I want to revisit it in every single way. Some people hate that. I personally like it, but only if it's done right. Do I want to go and be like, oh, this is so awesome, I want to know more about it.
Right.
So, final thoughts, since those were your initial thoughts. Your final thoughts, does a new gamer pick the, I just bought an Xbox, I just bought a PS3. Man, I really want to play a game, and I don't want to play Tetris.
No, I mean, there are better, movie to video games out there.
Right.
I just don't bother with this one. Go play Wall-E or go play Kung Fu Panda. Those are much better movie to video games.
Would you say that, is it because of the difficulty of the game? Is it hard, or is it just really not fun? You're like, ugh.
It's just, it gets annoying.
Really?
The camera just gets annoying, because it's like, you could have done so much more with it. They could have done so much more with it. It's just...
You mentioned collecting. Is that any fun? Is it enough to save this game?
No, to save it, no.
Really?
No. But the collecting at least does benefit you in the story, in the game. So it's not pointless collecting. It does actually help you.
That's not too bad.
So, I mean, there's that.
And so there's really, so someone like me which should not even
don't bother.
Wow. See, it's a shame, because I'll be honest with you, I've been looking at it and I'm like, I kind of want to play. Now,
I mean, it's like, there's a couple of cool moves and things like that. I don't know. I'll tell you, the opening sequence, like the first 10-15 minutes, the prologue level, play that, like, on an alternate account.
Right, that's the alternate
account.
That's
the best part of it. It's like, that's where you feel like the most... I don't know if it was just because it's the beginning and you're not,
Right, you don't know what's
But it's like,
out.
I mean, she does these cool little moves, and you're riding around on the big bear thing, too, and that's cool.
Like I said, I saw some stuff that are cool, but I guess they don't do enough of it, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, guys, I guess we're going to wrap up. That's it for this week. We're running short on time. Look for another episode to be coming out within this week. So sometime this week we're going to have another episode, because believe it or not, we've actually got some questions we'd like to answer on the show. So besides this Monday show, we're going to have another one coming out, hopefully maybe the same day or later. So once again, thanks to the guys from the NoobTube Army that are now putting us on both channels. So if you see one or on the other, please check them both, because we're on the NoobTube Army and on the CyberMousey channel. Watch and subscribe to them both.
Yeah, and if you like the glasses, rate us 5 stars. If you don't like the glasses, rate us 5 stars anyways.
Rate us 5 stars anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, so that's it for this week. I've been Mousy.
I'm CK.
And we're out.
Laters.